What high school did you attend?
I went to Imhotep. Charter.
Okay.
And that was probably one of the best 4 years of my life. Learned a lot, made a lot of good relationships. And yeah, so definitely some things that I wish I could just relive all over again.
Coach Albee was my head coach. He really the one who got me into playing football, really got me into the game, lifting, running, just all the fundamentals and stuff.
12th grade year, that's when everything came together. That's when my class, who was together the longest, we really just put everything together, undefeated. I don't remember what the closest game we had.
Well, you said you only played 1 year of high school football at Imhotep. Why did you only play 1 year?
I was a former basketball player. My brother was one of the biggest basketball players to come out of Philadelphia, Jahmir Johnson. I was always living up to his name. At the time, Imhotep had a coach named Coach Albee at the team. As his coach, every day he used to ask me, should I come play football for him? And I would deny him, but at the time, my aunt told me that she couldn't pay for college. So, that was just one of the opportunities I wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it.
In high school, I tore my ACL 2 times in my left leg in high school, so I only really got to play 1 full year at Imhotep Charter. But the year that I did get to play, we ended up playing with about 10 Division I players. We went undefeated. Won the first state championship from a public school team in Philadelphia. For me personally, it was kind of ups and downs because I was dealing with injuries, and I was finally able to play my senior year because I tore my ACL, like I said. So it was kind of like a fairy tale ending for me. I went into the year with no offers, played all 16 games, went undefeated, and contributed to winning the state championship. And I ended that year with some opportunities, which led me to go to college for free, and I went to Vanderbilt University.
And when was it at Bach where you was like, you know what, I'm pretty good, and I probably can go to the next level? And what caused you to think like that?
I started thinking like that, to be honest with you, when I see all the guys, Will Parks, Daryl Worley, I was seeing everybody getting full scholarships and all that, I was trying to, they was motivating me. So I was just like, we always trying to make a positive note for the city. We were trying to be the major keys to the city. So I feel like I believe that I was one to be one of that. So, here I am now.
Be honest, obviously, because I didn't go to a lot of camps and stuff, so my tape was basically sent out to a bunch of schools.
You play with Coach Hawk?
Yes, sir. I
okay.
played with Coach Hawkins and everybody. So, to be honest, bro, I really it set in when the Pittsburgh Panthers, University of Pittsburgh, they flew out here or drove down. Coach Toney Gibson, Coach Norvell, a lot of those guys were still coaching big-time college football, came out here on this very field and seen me backpedal. They said they must have told my dad or my coach, hey man, if he backpedal and turn his hips the way we think he can, we can offer him. I backpedal turned, I went into this end zone, they pulled me over to the sideline, about to the 30-yard line. I was like, walk to the University of Pittsburgh, we just gave you a full-ride scholarship. And from there, man, it was just like, dang, I can do it. Then I went to go see them play, see a game, and I seen it live firsthand, that D1 atmosphere, and I was ready to go.
I always felt like a Division I athlete. I prayed for it, spent so many nights thinking about it, dreaming about it. I always felt like I was that type of athlete, but it didn't come into fruition until about halfway through the year, and I started getting calls and started getting letters and stuff like that through the help of Coach Albee and that whole staff and just playing good football, you know what I mean? And fortunately enough, I was around some All-Americans, some really good football players that brought attention to our school, and I took advantage of that.
And you was at TEP, y'all started that whole wave where a bunch of y'all went D1. It was like 10 of y'all went D1 and a bunch, like 5 or 6 of y'all made it to the NFL. During that time, you probably had no idea y'all would turn out to what y'all was. But just, looking back, just describe how that whole thing is.
It's crazy shaking hands with darn near every famous coach in college football, like on a daily basis. Everybody coming through the doors, from the Urban Meyers to the Nick Sabans. I remember Jimbo Fisher coming to school, had a cowboy hat on, a brown fur coat, a bright pink and red shirt, some blue jeans, like some faded blue jeans, cowboy boots with some orange glasses on, screaming out he was looking for Yasir Upshur. I remember that moment. I can see that moment right now. I can hear his voice. You think about like you growing up in a city like ours. It wasn't a lot of people doing what we was doing. You had a Sharif Miller out of Washington by himself, or I can't name too many other people for real, but all the schools now, it's a permanent stop to come to Imhotep.
Yeah, so like I said, Shaka with the Commanders, Dre's with the Minnesota Vikings, DJ Moore's Carolina Panthers, Dave Williams with the Broncos, I'm with the Patriots, Jahmir is just signed with the Green Bay Packers, John Carlo just signed with the Saints, And that's it. And we had a couple dudes that went in and out the NFL, like Prince Smith. He played for the Giants for a while.
Damn, so it's safe to say that
Yeah,
Imhotep,
yeah,
that whole run, y'all was super loaded then.